Like my favorite event because I think everybody else will say pretty much what happened. There was like karaoke with some homeless people, there was VPS, even the work days. It was like a lot of manual labor, but even that was like a blessing because we got to hang out with the kids in the LA church that we were working with. But as I was leaving, like the very last day where we were pretty much just cleaning up, that was the day that we went to the airport. We went to the laundromat, Stefan and I, and as we were just kind of sitting there, not really doing anything, this guy came in with his son, and he was like really short, really little, and he didn't really know what his dad was doing, but his dad asked him to give me a flyer in English. So I guess they had Spanish and English. And I saw it, and it was like a pamphlet about Christianity. And so I guess that was really a blessing to see that even as we're leaving, because we were supposed to be missionaries there, there's still people who are doing missions in their own hometown. And so that was probably my favorite thing to see.
Hi guys, I'm Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
Alright, so me and Peter were in charge of the Bible lessons, and so previously, before the trip, we had like all the lessons planned. But then for the first day, a lot of our plans didn't go according to what we thought. Like first, Newton, like he was missing somewhere. We don't know. So he was supposed to like help us a lot in our lesson, but he wasn't able to come. And then also the packet we had, we were going by. It had like a list of supplies that we were supposed to bring, but all we ended up having was a roll of toilet paper from the apartment. Because we were teaching Lazarus, the story of Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead, so all we had was toilet paper to wrap Lazarus in. And also, we thought we had only 20 minutes to teach the lesson, but actually we had 40 minutes to teach it, so we ended like 20 minutes early, so we had to end up like playing Simon Says for the first day. So the first day was kind of not as according to plan as we expected. So the second day was really a challenge to because we didn't want to just extend the lesson like double the time, because that would like bore the kids, and that's not really expanding God's kingdom. So we really had to take the challenge on to not only expand the time, but also to make it more interactive and interesting for the kids. So during over the course of the week, we were able to, through God's help, we were able to make the lessons more fun, and it was a really good learning experience throughout the trip, and I really feel like I've learned a lot of stuff that I've learned serving God.
Alright, so I'm Peter. So like Jonathan said, I was in charge of Bible Adventures, and basically what it is like, I'm making like a Bible, I'm telling a Bible story, I'm trying to make it fun for the kids. And for those of you that know me, I'm really bad at telling stories. Whenever I think I say the punchline, nobody laughs, so it's kind of sad. The LA team knows. Most of what Jonathan said is true, except for one thing: we did not plan. It was poorly planned. That was on my part. We did have a lot of struggles, like Jonathan said. Newton, General Commander over here, he was my Jesus in the skit, and for the first story time, he was missing. So we were literally missing Jesus. It was bad, but we worked through it, and I was just really blessed to have Jonathan and Newton help me out. Just not have all the burden on my shoulders. Just really have them help me, and by the end of the week, we were really cohesive, really good, working really well together. So, and also, yelling over kids is not easy. Even though I do have a loud voice, they are very loud and they have high screechy voices that is very hard to yell over. So, I'm doing like 4 to 5 stories each day. So my voice was giving out by the time I hit 4th or 5th lesson. And so like every single day, like I hit the 4th lesson, I'm like, God, come on, just give me a voice, I guess, just to like continue teaching these kids, just like tell them why God loves them and why we should always trust God. Oh, okay, never mind. whatever you do, trust God. Right, yeah, that was one of our lessons. But yeah, God really blessed me with the voice to actually keep going. So I was thank God for that. It was a fun trip. So.
Hello, I'm Charlotte. So I guess I don't know. Working with these people for a week is really interesting. You get to see a lot of different sides of them, like good and some like what the. But overall, like I guess like I'll just go into BBS too. Like okay, the first day it was like everything was kind of hectic because like they said they finished their Bible story 20 minutes early, and I don't know how to entertain kids. I was like, guys, do something with them, please. Like, and then like I guess like transitioning was really hard because no one knew like which station to go, and Jeremy would be running around going like, oh, you're going here next, you're going here next, you're going here next, and just like doing that over and over, and then because it was just like But by the end of the I guess the 3-day period, like you could really see that. I guess we were getting more used to it, and the Bible story took more than 20 minutes, and so everything I guess like came together well. So that was good. And then also, I guess it was a really eye-opening experience to like, because we really, you know how we refer to Sugarland as like a bubble or whatever, but it really is a bubble because we heard a lot of like stories and testimonies and just like saw things that we wouldn't normally see here. Like, for example, I won't go into detail about that, but I guess there's this place called Skid Row, is where Becca mentioned the karaoke with the homeless, and Skid Row is basically a place where it's like the #1 populated homeless place in the U.S. and like I don't know. Anyways, #1 like place, and like as we were going into the karaoke place, like you look to the left, there's like a huge line with the homeless people, and we don't know what they're lined up for, but it's like a huge amount, and that's not even 1% of the homeless people there. And it's just like, oh my gosh, there's homeless people. Like, I don't know. So I guess like seeing things like that just really opened my eyes that I guess this world does have a lot of things wrong with it. That's pretty much it. Okay.
So hi, I'm Alan, and before I go into my stories, before we left for LA, Jared gave this lesson about forming relationships with people, and he basically said that, told us the story of Barnabas, the kids, yeah. Awkward. Really awkward, okay. So, yeah, he told the story about Zacchaeus and Jesus, and how Jesus formed a relationship with Zacchaeus over a meal, and he reminded us that we didn't really have much time with the people we spent time with there. So, back to LA, we ran a VBS for 3 days, and me and Amy were assigned 5 and 6-year-olds, and basically, as soon as we got to our group, we sort of divided ourselves up between boys and girls. And I had 5 boys, Benji, JC, and Joaquin, and there's another kid, and Amy will get to, and another kid named Jaden, yeah. So those we got all like the trouble kids. Like when Isabel would lead them in song, like, kids, do you want to sing it again? They're also like, no! Yeah, so we got all the trouble kids, but like, they're really fun kids, and I really miss them a lot. And I mean, JC and like Joaquin, like on the second, third day, would come up to me and give me a hug. And JC, the usual, like the biggest troublemaker, would like, he would make me like pick him up and like swing him around like a superhero. And like after leaving BBS, I really felt that I made an impact on those kids, and that they had a good time.
My name is Frank. I brought my shirt. So initially, like the trip started off great because I'm a person that really loves airports. I love to like be obnoxious and embarrass people at the airports. So it was really fun just going there and just like experience the whole like security stuff. So I always like, I love doing that kind of stuff. So when we came to LA, a lot of people like asked us like, oh, have you ever came to LA before? So it's kind of like, in a way, it was kind of awkward because we always be like, yeah, we have. Like they'd be like, oh, where have you been? We'd be like, oh, we go to like Universal Studios or Hollywood. So pretty much like all the hot spots are just the nicer parts of LA. So they're like, oh, okay, that's kind of fun. So like we never really like mention like going to the bad parts of LA. Like, you don't really associate LA with like, I guess, in a sense, like a ghetto area. So I mean, just going there was very interesting because it was very different, a different area that we were in, and like, I guess one of my favorite memories was just at a barbecue. It was in front of Susie's and Marcus' house. We did a barbecue, and like, it was like, you could tell like we had our own FBCC group, and then their youth group over there is called Kaleo, so those Kaleo kids were in their own group, so it's kind of like, we had to like break the barrier, I guess. So we went over there, and like Izzy was like, hey, let's do some riddles. And like to me, I was kind of skeptical, because I was like, man, these kids don't want to do riddles. Like they don't want to associate with, like, they don't want to do these kind of games. So like, the riddle was like, if I could go to a picnic, like I could bring fruits, but not oranges. And like that kind of riddles. We did that kind of stuff, and like, they kind of got into it and stuff, so it was kind of encouraging. And then later on, like, we went to a different area, because we could move tables, and like, Stu is like, hey, you want to play Mafia? And at the same time, I was like, these kids won't know how to play Mafia, like, they're not going to want to play. So then when we like explained it to them, apparently like they already knew how to play this game, so it was kind of like, I was totally wrong there. So like, we really got into the game, like we probably played for like half an hour at least, and then we ate and we kept on playing. So it was really encouraging, because like during that time, like I really got to like, I like know all the Kaleo kids' names, and we got to really have fun there. And then I guess one of the most like vivid memories there is just, as Charlotte mentioned, was Skid Row, and it's pretty much like I don't even know, it's probably like a mile, or not even a mile. It felt like a mile of just like homeless people just setting up like their homes, and, like, or tents and boxes there. And like, you can see like police cars just driving by, they don't do anything, because like they just let the homeless people live there. And it was just like a bunch of blocks of just people just lining up, just sitting, sleeping, or just like doing nothing. And it was really, I guess, in a way scary a bit, because like right before we had to walk to the karaoke place, Newton like told our car, like, as guys, like we need to like be aware of our surroundings and to watch out after the girls. So I mean, I guess it was, I don't know, the whole time I was just like keeping my eyes open, trying to like see what's gonna happen. So I guess for me it was kind of, I was very like serious when walking towards the karaoke bar, but like right when we got there, like I realized it was kind of like silly of me to be that serious, because like right when we heard the people singing, like I got all loosened up and I like joined the people and like started like dancing with the homeless people. And it was kind of fun. So yeah.
Hi, Isabel. So I'll talk about like everything. Okay, so for BBS, for BBS, I was the song leader and crew leader, and so our theme was Sky, which was last year's BBS theme. And so, like, we didn't have any microphones, and so we all kind of, me, Amy, and Becca, we were like literally screaming so that they could hear us, and like the kids could hear us, and just so like they know what we're doing next and stuff. So like the first couple days, like we did it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Wednesday, I was like, all right, I'm so excited. Like I love BBS, I love working with kids. And then by Thursday, like at the end of the day, because you have to do songs in the beginning and the end of the day. And so by Thursday, I was like, we will fly, we will soar. And I was like, oh gosh, my voice is cracking, I'm losing my voice. And so like each night, like right before we would go to BBS, I'd be like, oh man, like I'm gonna be so tired, like I'm so exhausted, my voice is giving out. And like I had a group of like 10 to 12, 10 to 11-year-old girls. And so in addition to like working with them, because they're all very high maintenance and like, I have so much sass and attitude, like, and I was like, oh my, okay. And so along with like just giving them that energy,
also like for the songs and stuff too. Like each morning, like when we would go to VBS, like surprisingly enough, I would just be like that much more excited to come and that much more excited to like work with them. And then by Friday, I was like, oh, my voice is gone. And then I would be singing, and surprisingly enough, it wasn't really gone. So like at the end of Friday, that's when my voice started to sound like this. Hey, what's up, Rick? Hey, Amy. Hey, guys. And I was like, oh, no voice. So I guess just God like really gave me and like all of us, like the energy and the determination and the enthusiasm to like pursue and to do well for BBS. Also, while we were at LA, we were able to witness 2 baptisms, and so 2 Kaleo kids, which is their youth group, we went to the beach and they like told us their testimonies, and they got baptized in the beach water, so like the ocean. And so part of their testimonies, like one guy told us that he had done like crystal meth before he had like met Jesus and like committed his life to him. He told us that he had done like crystal meth, and he had just like a lot of like drug problems and stuff. And the other one, she told us that she had like tried to commit suicide. She was like hearing voices, and like she was just in like a really bad place. So they both told us like before they had met God, their lives were very like not in a good place. It wasn't very like